Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Root Beer here with another straight edge and circle construction, but unlike some of the more practical ones, this one is just purely for fun. One of the things I like about the circle straight edge constructions is that you can draw very exact pictures. Very exact pictures. You can get an exact square, not just, oh, I'm just drawing and it sort of looks like a square. No, you know it's a square. You can mathematically prove it's a square. So, in this video, I'm going to draw some fun pictures. So, I'm going to draw a point. Don't really care about the point. But we're also going to draw a line. So, we'll get the segment tool out. Okay, so we got a point, we've got a line. One of the things that fascinated me the most when I was growing up in math, or just growing up and learning about math, I guess, was the idea of dimensions. And then I don't mean like, if you know in general relativity, time being like the fourth dimension or anything like that. No, I mean spatial dimensions. There was a picture in a book called The Joy of Mathematics by, I'm going to pronounce the name wrong, but Theone Pappas. I think it's a Greek name, so I'm almost certain I'm pronouncing that wrong. But the point is, there's just a picture in it that absolutely mesmerized me. And it was showing a progression. Oops, drawn the wrong circle twice there. No, wait. I needed that circle. But it absolutely mesmerized me. It showed me the progression from a point to a line to a square, which is what I'm going to now draw, to a cube, to a tesseract, which is a hypercube. And now I need this one here and this one here. So right now I'm drawing a square. And then we're going to enjoy the square. And then I will be drawing a picture of a cube. And we will all enjoy the cube. And then I'm going to draw an exact picture of a tesseract, which is a four-dimensional cube. So I've got the points for my square. And so this one, sort of like the golden rectangle, which is just a very fun drawing, this is just one that I like doing. It's a sequence of pictures that I enjoy how exact they are, and I enjoy what is represented. And I could do this even more rigorously by reproducing this side length to be the same as this one, but that's really not the point. So we've got our point there. Got our line here. We'll translate our square up here. Okay. Now let's get ourselves a cube. Okay, well, how do we get ourselves a cube? Well, it depends on what picture of a cube exactly you want. But we're going to start, again, with 2 points. We're going to make a square, and then we're going to sort of extend that square back a little bit. Okay. You sort of need to make a regular hexagon. Well, it all depends on what angle you want this stuff at. I think I'll just do the basic regular hexagon construction. So where's my line tool? There he is. Okay, there's our other points. Okay, we'll hide our work. I didn't even need this one line. Okay, and then the segment tool, and we'll get So the outside of a cube, if you look at it just right, is a hexagon, and lo and behold, now we have for ourselves a cube. So we'll move this cube up here into position. Put them beside the square. So now I'm going to draw a hypercube, or a four-dimensional cube. So how are we going to do that? Well, the outside of a cube sort of looks like a regular hexagon, and if you look at it just right, the outside of a four-dimensional cube will look like, or sorry, the perimeter of a two-dimensional representation will look like a regular octagon. So how do we make a regular octagon? Well, we got to start with a square again. So we'll go through our basic square construction. Okay, so there's one of the lines that we need. Another one that we need will be coming up in just a second. Perpendicular bisector. There we go. And then thanks to these first two circles we drew, we get the other points for our square, but we've seen this sung and danced before. So let's hide what we're working with. Okay, so we've got a square. I'm not going to connect it up because we're going to get rid of it in a little while. But one of the things we do need are perpendicular bisectors for the sides of this square. Okay. And as a shortcut, because it's an even-sided figure, due to some symmetry, we only need two perpendicular bisectors to create from a four-gon an eight-gon. Okay. So point of intersection of these perpendicular bisectors is the center of the circumcircle. And then now if we take the intersection of this circumcircle and those perpendicular bisectors, they will give us the points we need to create an octagon. And this octagon will be the outside of our tesseract, our four-dimensional cube. So creating the octagon, not especially hard. In fact, I think I created a video on how to go between the two. So we've got ourselves an octagon, and now I have to stop and think and work from memory. So I think on each of these side lengths we need a square, and then we connect up the squares appropriately. So let's get to creating some more squares. In fact, I think we just need a square on each of these side lengths. So it'll be a little bit of work, but that's okay. We've never been afraid of work here. Okay, and we can also double up because of the symmetry on the octagon. We'll be able to use the same lines a couple times. Okay, and then this will go through perpendicular. It'll go through this point and this other point up here, perpendicular to both of these right here. So we'll need this point, and if we want to draw in the other one, we will also need this point right here, and they will help us create some squares. Okay, so what else do we need? Well, we need more points, more squares. So we'll do the same. Actually, what am I doing creating perpendicular bisectors? This is why I said I'm working from memory. I can just... so we can actually undo everything I did. I don't need to undo everything I did. But the point is, why am I trying to get perpendicular when I know, thanks to the symmetry of the octagon, that I can just connect up all these points right here. And let's get rid of this center point here. Okay. So these are perpendicular, not bisectors, but they're perpendicular to the side lengths. Oh, there's more that we can add in. Okay. So now, if we just draw circles everywhere, we will get the points that we need to use for squares. There we go. So this point right here, this one right here, and this one right here. Sort of create a mini octagon on the inside. Okay. And so now I think we've got, so one of the other nice things is point has 1 point, a line has 2 points, square has 4 points. There are 8 points in a cube, although one of the points is hidden behind this big blue one. But we have 16 points in a 4-dimensional cube, so we have no more points, we just have to connect them all up properly. So we'll get rid of our extra work, our lines and our circles, and we will set about connecting these points properly. Okay. So we get our line segment tool out. So there's a square. Here's another square. Now if you see, if I connect these up, suddenly I'm looking at a cube. It's not quite centered so that the opposite corners appear as one, like this cube up here, but we still got it. So what else do we do? Well, we connect these ones right here. We just keep making all the basic squares. And this one here to this one here. And finally, we have done it. So we've got a cube, and I admit if you wanted to use one of these cubes inside here, just duplicate that. That'd be fine too, although this cube is fine. We're just going to position him so the pattern is a little clearer. Move him a little over here. And appropriately size him. We'll move the square down here. Get the line in place. And finally our point. So we go from 0 dimensions to 1 dimension to a 2-dimensional cube to a 3-dimensional cube to a 4-dimensional cube. And so I quite like this. This sort of picture always just really excites me. You can keep going getting exact versions of a 5-dimensional cube, and that will have a dodecahedron around the outside. At least I think you can do that. You can do it for, the next one would need a 12-sided figure, and that's fine, but 7 dimensions you wouldn't be able to get an exact one because you can't get a regular convex 14-gon. But this is the picture I wanted to create. In fact, can I even just change colors here? Make this green. Can I make this whole thing red? I don't usually mess around with this program. Purple. A nice light blue. And then what color should we have for the fourth dimension? Hot pink. There we go. So this is one of the things I like doing with the circle and compass and straight edge, is that I can make exact pictures. This pink tesseract here, this 4-dimensional cube, this is something that I've always really liked. I just really, really enjoy this picture. And, maybe you do too. Maybe it was the first time you've seen this sort of progression. I first saw it, as I said, when I was quite young, still in public school, but it always captured my imagination. I wanted to learn more. How is this 4-dimensional? And you sort of can see things like there's cubes inside here and other squares and things like that. And it really got me quite interested in extra math and generalizations in math and abstract concepts. Just a whole lot of fun. And maybe I passed some of that on to you guys. Who knows? But I'll see you guys for more straight edge and compass constructions in another video. So long for now. And if you, by the way, if you like the Tesseract, feel free to throw a like on the video. I'd appreciate knowing how many other people out there like that sort of a figure. All right, so that's it for me. Have yourselves a wonderful day.